Good morning, Jenny. You're looking splendid today. Are you cold or something? You look like you've just hopped off an airplane from Siberia.
Good morning, Helmi. Oh, thank you. It's too cold here in the office. My fingers are all numb. Had to wear this winter jacket. How have you been? You've been traveling, haven't you?
I'm doing fine, Jenny. Thanks. Yeah. I've been on a road show in Indonesia the past 2 weeks. It's been an exciting 2 weeks. By the way, what's with your voice? Sounds robotic. Reminds me of Siri on my iPhone. Are you okay, Jenny?
I'm fine, thanks. Just a tad tired. I've been clocking 14 hours the past 3 days working on the Nepal case. Just got it done this morning. I've got my master's assignment due on Friday. My professor's hot on my tail now.
Wow! Great job on the Nepal case. You've completed way before deadline for sure, Jenny. Good job. Anything I can help you with on your assignment?
Thanks for the offer. In fact, I had been thinking of meeting you to ask about this. Do you have a couple of minutes to spare, Helmi?
I'm sure happy to assist. Why not we have a sit here? Okay, how can I be of help to you?
I have to submit my write-up on the difference between gamification and game-based learning today, but I'm clueless about it and both my handphone and laptop are down. Thought I'd ask you since you've been involved in the LMS project.
Not a problem, Jen. Okay, where do we start? Right. What is gamification? Gamification is a technique used in many activities that incorporate game design elements. Also the game mechanics and thinking, even though the core activity is a non-game activity. It is used in education, training, loyalty program, marketing and a host of other activities. Generally it is used to motivate the users. In education, it is used to motivate students to progress up in the education phases.
How would gamification motivate learners, Helmi?
Well, it motivates the learner through influencing the natural desires in them for competition, achievement, recognition and self-expression.
Tell me more about that.
Actually, there are a growing number of academic studies on gamification. Gamification is defined as a process of enhancing services with motivational elements that invoke gameful experiences and further behavioral outcomes into non-game situations.
Okay, how about game-based learning?
While game-based learning, on the other hand, is a learning process that had games incorporated in the learning to make it more fun and exciting. So in the context of learning or training, you create a game-based learning when the material taught is dry, technical and boring, or if the subject matter is really difficult to understand. So when you notice the attention is waning away among your students, then you add on game-based learning to increase learning interest and motivation level of your students.
I see. I think game-based learning is a great way to scaffold the learning process of the student on new knowledge or to activate prior knowledge that they have before attending the lesson.
Spot on, Jen. Yes, that is absolutely true. It is done when dealing with hard-to-reach students. Particularly useful for a group of learners with diverse background. So can you roughly tell me the differences between gamification and game-based learning?
I'll try. Gamification takes the entire learning process and turns it into a game. While game-based learning uses game as part of the learning process or task.
That's right. To create gamification, instructional designers have to design digital objects with fixed rules, negative consequences, thanks and variable outcomes. Game-based learning, on the other hand, uses game as part of the learning process. So the technical depth on the instructional designer's part is not as demanding as for gamification. Gamification uses game principles, persuasive technology known as PPL, or points, badges and leaderboards. That translates to rewards, recognition and motivation in layman's terms. Both of them have the same objective of increase engagement, reduce negative behaviors, and increase positive emotions, aka fun. GBL encourage learn from failing, provide real-time feedback, context-specific and most importantly immersive. All right now. Has that been helpful to you, Jen?
Certainly, Helmi. You've been really helpful.
Great! All right now, Jen. I've got to get going now. And by the way, you might want to check your voice. before you sound like the Waze narrator voice.
Oh dear.